Hello, Aurora Esports. This is Zaften and Muffin. Okay,
Uh,
thanks.
Hello, and this is MuffinLumps. Hello, we are being produced by Ninja Drew, and this is the first round of the playoffs. I'm pretty sure. If not, I am sorry.
That's what we've been told. We are unsure which match of the first round of playoffs this is. We might be casting the first game of playoffs, which is
I'm
awesome.
pretty sure it's the first game of playoffs.
Okay, so this is the first game of playoffs. We have the.
It very well might be.
We have the Lumalees versus the Bungers. I think I cast that Lumalees game alone. That was. People remember that because that was the one where my fire alarm went off. Don't worry, nothing was on fire for long. And it has only happened probably weekly since then.
Anyway, we got the Lumalees versus Bungers, two very good teams heading off together. I think the score going in is what seed was I think the Lumalees with one of them are higher seed than the other, have was a pretty close in seeding from what I can remember. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, looking at the cast of the Bungers, we have Yak on tank. I played with Yak a long time, back when he was a Doomfist OTP in Overwatch 1. Foost, Melon, Nuttier, and Wiggle Higgle as their starting roster. Then we have Carter on tank, Nathan, Flawless, EJ, and Frosty for Lumalees, with Simply Dino on bench. And do Bungers have a sixth member?
From what I can tell, I believe so. However, I don't know if the person's going to show up.
All right. Well, our first map is Samoa, and we are going in very shortly. Melon is giving. Oh, we need to give a prod R. Yep. Prod R. So every team is ready. We're going in relatively shortly. I hope they saw that and Flawless didn't just overwrite our message. Okay, yes, we're going in. So Muffin, what you've definitely been paying more attention to the league than I have. I've had stuff going on in real life, so I've missed a bit. But what do you think will be run on this map?
Okay, so what I can tell for kind of both teams is I know Yak kind of wants to play the Doomfist with kind of Nadio and Lucio, Wiggle and Kiri, and then kind of a dive with that. And on the kind of Lumalees side, we got the standard. Flawless is on kind of Cassidy. We got kind of that dive,
Nathan on the Genji. I can see you're kind of bringing together. I think it's more of a poke with the tank. Looks like we're getting a Foost TP out. I'm not seeing a mirror from the Lumalees, so
they will be able to get to point force.
Definitely. And
go.
Now the question is, do they? Of course they don't stick it. But Yak on this Zarya definitely makes sense. I know he loves the Doomfist, but sometimes you just gotta be a bit more realistic.
Yeah. I think.
Definitely helps that there's been no patch notes since I left, so I actually know what's good still. And we can kind of see this poking pressure from Yak, getting them just more room. He's getting around, absorbs it. He's almost at full charge, but he's hindered. Going in still, just on the fight. It's pretty much a standstill. Foost on the flank, manages to get behind. Yak gets EJ, and Flawless goes to Melon tries to go get point. Meanwhile, Foost gets Frosty, and he's just helping just harass. Almost takes out Nathan in a clip as well. Great job by Foost to just apply pressure onto this back line.
Yeah. So what we're seeing is we're seeing a couple ults early on for the. We're seeing Nadio actually already have placed. Also, Pulse Bomb is actually aimed for Foost, so that could be used early. And we have a couple of
Nadio is not good. For Lumalees. Oh, not for Lumalees.
Point has been flipped.
stick found onto EJ. It's 2 for 2 right now. Point's been flipped, and it looks like the Lumalees will be cleaning up this point.
We also didn't see any kind of ults being used, so there's actually 4 ults from the Lumalees up, with only Nathan kind of being half to post because Nathan just swapped.
Yeah,
We're also gonna
Foos-
see 4 ults about, except kind of Foos because of the post bullet
Foos used
last
Pulse, did find some with it, which is good. We're gonna see, it's gonna be up to Carter to eat this grab. If he does not eat it, Beat is forced out.
It's high noon for high noon.
It's Fiesta time. Great beat. Flawless does find Nutty. Melon finds Flawless in exchange. Frosty just nails him. And Lumalees, although EJ's found, it's 3-3. It's not, they're not, Bunger is not out.
Nadio manages to make
they're holding the point. Fire Carter staying strong. Gate comes out. It's going to be a strong push in by the Lumalees. They're really just trying to secure the point. Bolt takes Yak low. Yak does find his way out. That was almost a very lethal rod. Yak finds EJ. There's a Tracer duel on the other side of the map. However, Melon tries to interfere with the Tracer duel. How dare you, Melon? And yeah, he finds him. And with that, winning of the Tracer duel, it's going to be a point flip, but it is last fight territory. Pulse goes wide by Foos, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would be a really good stagger onto Frosty. Or at least a force out of Suzu. Actually, why don't we... Okay.
We're also going to see Nadio kind of have that rush, so that's going to be probably used next fight, as well as Fire Carter being close to the flux.
Yeah, but
only pick.
I don't think they'll need to Wiggle will need to use the rush. Frosty is in Narnia right now, but it doesn't matter because he helps find Carter.
Kind of the pushing very far into the thing.
But that's what they need to do. They need to do that in order to keep them away so that they can just build up free charge. Because of these offensive plays, they're already up 72 to 80, or they've made about 50% of progress.
Yeah.
Who's on point?
Trap is probably going to be used pretty soon.
Yeah, Nathan on point. He's fighting the Tracer duel. He's maybe losing the Tracer duel, not really sure. Meanwhile, in that time, he's backtapping, and I think he might make it. He doesn't make it, and because of that, this Yak finds 3. It's been a bloodbath up top with the grab. I don't think he's going to make it due to this ongoing Tracer duel with Foos. Great job, and with that, Bungers will take the first point.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to have that lock back. Honestly, Yak being that Zarya and kind of just be able to just get charged really fast from all the just poke was fantastic. It also allowed Foos to go for even riskier angles. So honestly, good pick. And honestly, the ult rotation was very well done. So we're going to see
I think you're about to say what I was not going to say. Go for it.
I switched from kind of the Doomfist to the Winston. And we're all going to see the TP play again, kind of get that early kind of speed advantage. However, Firecoder does make it forced on point.
I'm not liking this Winston pick. I know it's a comfort pick, and playing your comfort is always nice, but you're up against a Zarya. This does not alleviate the problems of going into a Zarya. You're a tank, and you're trying to outpoke the Zarya, and instead you chose to die. And we're seeing that already. Carter brought down to not a sliver, but probably 20%. Meanwhile, Foos already recall is forced. The point is taken by the Bunger, but they are taking lots of damage. And they are being unable to focus any entire due to the high mobility of the comp. And I think they got both bubbles out of Zarya. But Melon finds EJ before they can release the collapse.
And they're going up the back line.
And they're just finding all the picks. This is what I was worried about. If you cannot find the collapse on Firecarter, well, not on fire, with Firecrusher. You just can't win with this comp. And with Zarya, it makes it incredibly hard to collapse on someone to bubbles.
We're also gonna see Flawless switch from that kind of Sojourn to thing, kind of to get less kind of rushed on, because Yak has been kind of rushing in with Nadia and the rest of the team, except Fuchs is on the off angle right now. And we're probably gonna see another rush play onto the back line, from what I can tell.
Yep, Fuchs has found, oh, and they found Frosty, but Frosty able to get out. We find Frosty again. Frosty needs to keep an watch out. He has both Nutty and Nutty needs Beat to keep the team alive. Meanwhile, EJ does not have Beat yet. We see the consequences of that with Yak taking on Frosty. They just do not have the healing to stay here. It's already 75%. EJ might be found? Yep, there we go. That was a nasty headshot by Melon. I had that on cam.
So we're getting a couple ults thing. The Zaf, and that's going to be very scary because it's last fight territory. As well as kind of all ults on kind of the Lumalees, except Flawless's ult. As well as kind of, it's up to this kind of
it's time for the
to get something big.
And they get out a ton of ults. Flawless finds Wiggle. Melon doesn't find anyone, but forces out Firecrusher's Primal. What's...
Ooh, Heckle. That beat.
Oh, yeah, I'm lagging out.
As well as kind of, it's only Firecrusher on point with kind of Foos just getting a ton. That grab kind of locked out the support and was able to kind of be able to kill it for that last fight. Very well done, kind of on the Zarya pick, and kind of just like being survive. Also Foos, look at this.
Yeah,
like,
Foos on this Nate. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, when this happened, I got the red arrow of death on my left screen.
Then he kind of 1v1s Nathan and gets back on point. Fantastic.
Yep.
So let's check.
But we're gonna be right back as we get the wait for maps. I definitely think that the problem with that from Lumalees was that they just weren't solving the problem. The problem was on Zarya. It's like Zarya shuts down your comp. I think Sigma was a great pick. I think they needed more burst, which they solved with the Echo. But their main strategy itself, which was to dive, just does not work against Zarya. Where it's like, we're gonna collapse on this one person, and Zarya just kind of goes, no, you won't.
They will actually collapsing on Wiggle, because Wiggle was playing in the back. He was actually able to TP, so they were collapsing on someone.
And then that's the problem with, you can't really collapse onto a Kiriko because she can just TP out. We saw that actually happen. EJ and Nathan. No, not Nathan. EJ and Flawless found Wiggle out of position and he just TP'd away back, like right into the center of their team, and they couldn't do anything. And then they had their support and DPS out of position, and the other three members got completely crushed. So that's kind of the thing of being able to find people out of position, but then also going this highly mobile comp piece, such as with like the Tracer and the Kiriko, Lucio. Is like, you can't really lock them down unless you have CC. Anyway, on to the next map. The Lumalees have chosen Numbani. I like this. It has good choke points that the Bungers have to go through. Great map for like Sigma, which we have seen Firecrusher succeed on multiple times, and Simply Dino is in for EJ.
I think kind of like kind of this comp, so we're probably going to see the Lumalees probably pick Numbani first to make it so Zach can't go Zarya. you could kind of see Yak go on kind of a Doomfist or kind of more of a dive comp. Um, the the Bungers are still quite good at dive, very good at dive, so I don't think that will be too much of an issue for them going into this map.
All
Uh,
right.
I do like kind of this point. It does play with Frosty a lot on advantage, and also you can, I think, simply Dino might be on kind of a Mosi or Lucio from what I can tell. And Firecolor probably we're going to see that Winston kind of play with Firecolor's strength on the Winston here. Yeah.
And yep, definitely as well. And we're also seeing some good implementation from Yak swapping over to this Diva. Dino, I've never seen play. Is Dino known for Mercy? Does anyone on Prod know this?
They did.
Man.
They were on my team, and they did play a bit of Mosi. So
All right.
yeah. So as well. So
All right. So it
it's
looks
going
like
to be kind of pocket, flawless with kind of the Winston dive. However, we're gonna see Yak on that deeper, maybe kind of block out. That's actually really good going in to kind of just like.
It definitely like counter negates the cons of having a flying character. Might not matter. Already forces out recall from Boost. Definitely one of those. This is very effective so far. Nutty's down to half. And just Flawless has been just pumping out damage. Is knocked from the high ground. Meanwhile, Fusuzon is currently just back half in free progress here. Is forced out, does have recall, and is about to flank into Wiggle. Does Wiggle know? Wiggle might not have a say in the matter. Frosty is not Wiggle, Frosty. And we see, however, the turnaround really fast. Nutty Melon both go down. Frosty is Fusu trying to find people, but Flawless just helixes them point blank. And now they stagger Yak. Poor Yak.
Yeah.
What was he? Great just counter collapse of just being able to disengage and just punish the overextension of bundles.
Bungles, but anyway, we're going to see kind of, it was quite good, kind of the backup by the Lumalees was fantastic. We're gonna see kind of a main push happening right now, with kind of a Lucio and Frost on the flank. Ooh.
Yep, alright, my thing's stabilized, but occasionally I might need to say that I'm rubber banding and you might need to take over, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
My internet. So far we're doing all right.
We do
have Flawless, and meanwhile we have a dive that forces out Primal, a Primal that is rubber banding through walls.
We're going to see.
Meanwhile, in all of the chaos, actually he does make it back to point. Goose finds Frosty, which is not
both found
the point is going to be cracked open. Goose finds Firecarder 2 with a pulse. I know it doesn't say it was a pulse, but the pulse did land, which led to it. They didn't count hanging it back, but not before everyone.
The blue by Nadio to kind of get the point to be secured, and we're going to see actually a 5 kind of old line by the bunkers going in. We do have Visor and kind of thing. However, there is a stick on
simply Dino, that is a big stick. Counter down. Fireguard just needs to actually go so much positional just to make sure no one else dies. But then, yeah, Frosty dies. This is just not turning out well for the Lumalees. Their camp is just getting torn apart at this moment. There's been some good flashes here and there, but other than that, not a strong showing, but definitely some play improvements.
So we're gonna see.
I didn't actually see where Dino was, but Nathan is currently in the back line. Which is what he's doing. Rush comes out to try to counter this. Winston comes in, starts shredding out stuff. Suzu has to be used. and a great play by Carter, and flawless finds boost, which is amazing. That means they are able to just push forward without having any care or without having any worry of a back cap, which helps Fire just able to WM1 and find Nutty. As well as retake so much lost space. This is what I was talking to. Yeah, you're saying?
So they're gonna kind of play around bossing this corner. As kind of going in, there's only kind of 2 outs to 4. So we're gonna see kind of most likely a duplicate or something. However, they do get the early pick on Flawless.
But Bird signs it, and the Yak keeps Dino away. Flawless got hit by a ton of sticky nades. Which just led into the ye old combo. But you are right, the duplicate does come out just for a nice cleanup.
As well as the beat.
With that, I believe this is just a second point secured. 2 minutes left on the clock.
And we're going to see second
Good thing
point.
was, yep, but a saving grace for the Lumalees is the ult economy. That is 4 ults against 2, maybe actually 3. So definitely winning in the ult economy.
Soothing your wounds.
So what we're seeing is kind of the go down. They're just kind of running out of it. A Fire Carter trying to get on point.
Flawless Geyser, it is just getting absorbed. Well, that was sad. Stick goes wide. And definitely, but Melon finds Dino and Flawless during this. Primal Rage gets forced out, but I don't think
he's on the triple. Ooh, Melon's
Melon with another kill. It looks like there's been a swap to ball for stall attempt. Carter's going in. Big slam. Helps Flawless find Melon with the damage. This is great. Great comeback. They might be able to hold this.
Yeah.
Unless the Yak does the nuttiest straight self-destruct, but he does not. Flawless with another 2 kills. I like this. I think this is a great adaptation. Not only the ball, but also putting Flawless on Genji. He has showed a lot of proficiency with the character.
Absolutely.
And it also does help against the many hit scan characters on the Bungies? Man, I wish Bungers. Thank you, Drew. And Melon with the flank to find Dino with the ult.
Yeah. We're also gonna see kind of a kind of pushback. They're not giving up kind of the bomb is used. It's looking big, and the point will flip as Fire Carter rolls into. Let me just check. I need to.
0 to 3, switching sides. Initiating match.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna see is we're going to see kind of a nothing so far. The teams are just waiting right now. So we don't know yet what the overall comp is. However, that was a very good push by the thing. They have to kind of get something to counter the dive, and we are going to see kind of the Flawless kind of flyer with Nathan, and kind of that's about the only switch up we see in the 2 comps. We're gonna see the classic everybody's on high ground, because why wouldn't you be, by the thing. We're going to have Wiggle on the left high ground, with who's also ready to pencil in kind of the room if anyone heads up to the high ground. Yes.
I agree. With most, yep. And I think that also as part of this way to counter, I'm liking the kind of the DP. The difference here with the Melon versus Flawless DPS. Melon is an insane hit camper when we see this map.
So we're gonna see the dive on top.
Yep, dive
kind
up
of-
top, followed by, meanwhile, and a great shot by Nathan keeping him off the point. Force dropped down by Winston. Suzu already forced out. This is a ton of defensive cooldowns forced out in a really short time. They might be able to crack this quite easily, but a trace pressure forces Firecard to withdraw. However, dive onto Melon, boop out, forcing stuff out, tons of damage onto Wiggle. Meanwhile, just it's kind of a pure chaos, pandemonium on the point. All
So
these
we got a
little
Tracer
skirmishes
duo
happen.
in the background as kind of a main duo. Firecutter does die with kind of
And,
Frosty fighting.
But Red comes
Boost
out
in
and
the background.
Azota's duplicate. Boost does find Nathan. But I don't think Flawless gets out ult in time. Firecutter does finally get Wiggly. That has a ton of supportive power removed from the party. Melon does find Flawless, tries to dive in on him. But Frosty gets a crack headshot on the Melon. And Firecutter gets Nutty in mid-air. Which is amazing. These just picks here allow for an easy pickoff. Just to allow that's at least 2 ticks. There's gonna be a retake. Gates are pushed out. Boost finds Dino. That is not good. Boost finds 2. And Carter does find Hagel, but it's 2 versus 1. They have to back up. They can't afford to stagger.
As we kind of seen that return, they are going to just be able to get back with 1 point kind of between
I think
them
Boost
and kind
overstayed
of
is welcome. He gets punished.
Nice, only.
Reset. Captain Allen forces the round to slow down with the high noon. Just give everyone some 6 seconds to breathe, as well as time for Melon to respawn. He will be back. They have to touch the point. They're gonna have Melon do it. Nope. As soon as Yak drops down, they find Melon. Nathan is on the back line. He's trying to find Hagel. That TP did not go where he was supposed to go. Nathan finds 1, finds 2. Finds D-Mex, Yak. Manages to kill him as well. Is there a pulse? No, there was no pulse. And Carter finishes off Yak and Foos, and this was all off of Foos really overstaying his welcome trying to in the front line. He went out there, used his recall. It didn't recall him as far back as he thought it was going to, and he got punished for it. Opened up the point, and then they managed to wait. They forced Yak onto the point. After Yak was on the point, they all dove the back line, found Melon, found Wiggle. Wiggle, I think he was supposed to trying to TP to Yak. TP to Nutty on accident, because they were like right in the same place. Got killed, and it was just a complete collapse after that.
Yeah, we're going to actually see kind of them able to take the kind of fourth corner, and again the entirety of the Nadia thing. They're going in.
Yeah, and I think Yak uses that to get out.
Got the ball.
Again. Yak does manage to remech. Looks like he might not have made it. Foos finds second with Flawless. Meanwhile, Nathan, he almost finds Melon, but Suzu comes out to stop that. Frosty does find Foos again, meaning they can't be as aggressive, but they are still able to hold.
Yeah, we're going to see kind of Blade and kind of Rush be able on kind of Nathan, which is going to be up to kind of Nadia's speed to counter. We're also seeing both Rush, so I could see a double Rush heading up in the near future.
Yeah, however, Nutty finds Frosty. I don't think that's a good idea to Blade.
Ooh, Nadia is trying to counter.
Nathan finds Nuttier, but that's 2 for 1. That Yak gets a double kill. Melon finishes off Dino again. That was not a good, unless he's swapping off, which he is not. Flawless has swapped over from Echo to the cast.
So we're going.
At this point, it's 122 on the time. 115 is what they have to beat, and I don't think they can do it with a map comparison.
Yeah, so we're gonna see kind of most of the ults actually for the bungles going in, and we're gonna see the rush, and to counter that, we're gonna see Melon with the diner.
Big stick!
Oh, double stick! Woo!
I saw it was Boo sticks Frosty, and then Nutty manages to boop him into Dinah, who's trying to descend.
We're gonna see Nathan all the way back in spawn. We're going to see kind of a 3 to 1-0 kind of thing for about last fight or second to last fight, maybe.
This is
only
last
kind
fight,
of
pretty
ready.
sure. But that was such an amazing play by the Bungers.
Yeah.
I know you just told me it 2
rush.
minutes ago. Anyway, Rush comes out, keeping the rest of the team away, the rest of the Lumalees away from point. It's gonna be up to Carter to touch this.
Bomb.
Meanwhile, Yak back up on the high ground. Is stopping his punch.
So we're gonna see the
comes out to
pop.
keep everyone alive. No one's on. We get B coming out. Who touched? Okay, Nathan touched, but he's getting.
There's no one touching. It might be C9. Have a fire cutter on the last second, getting it.
Yeah, flawless.
I knew. It's just
the shield. They broke the shield on one side, and flawless gonna make it out the other.
Blade is going to get a second point. It's just wiggle on here. Have a wiggle. Melon dies to Frosty, and it's just Melon point versus Nathan. It's a 1v1. Oh,
and he wins the 1v1! Nathan! And Lumalees stay in this map off of heroics by Nathan. Manages to build up a blade in that short amount of time after a genuinely terrible one earlier. Gets a nice reflect kill partway through onto Kiriko with a headshot. Meanwhile, finds Foost.
And we're also...
Foost's ult goes wide. Nathan almost walks straight into it. Yak finds Nathan.
Well, also...
And he needs to not be right there right now. They're about to find Dino. They find Dino. There's just chaos in the back. Carter has swapped to Ramatra. I didn't even notice. There's so much going on. And they just have to reset this part. Flawless cannot be staggered here. He gets staggered by Foos. This is the worst time.
Yeah. So we'll actually on last fight, those kind of rush for both sides going into it, and both teams close to a lot of ults. Foos 90% to thing. So they got a raw out for the pulse.
The gate being exchanged. And after that we have Carter goes down, just shredded by the D.Va. Yak finds two. B comes out. He gets. Blade comes out, but not before concussion or Sticky comes out.
Gets two.
It's just that was Bunger's win. 2-0, and they're up 2-0. How play the game is gonna be. There were some amazing bombs.
Oh, we're gonna see Melon with the play. Look at that. Oh, we got the 1-2. He got another pop.
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
Damn, that did.
Amazing
Damn,
cancel as part of that playing game.
So, we're going to see you. We're going to take a map break and see what happens when we return. Yeah.
Hello, Aurora Esports. We are back with the map with Bungers versus Lumalees. Bungers are up 2-0 in this match playoffs. This is Zaften, joined by MuffinLumps.
Yep. So we're actually gonna see the Lumalees on kind of the last legs going in. Kind of, it's a 2-0 right now, and they need a reinforced lead to get back kind of in it. Hopefully, the momentum in New Queen Street will kind of bring them back, and we're going to see EJ kind of swapped out in for Simply Dino going into this final map. Yeah. So it's going to be kind of the last kind of map fight. It's match point right now. So they need to find something to counter Yak on kind of that tank.
Yeah, I agree. Yak has been having a amazing performance this match. He has just been shutting in each map. He has just been shutting down Carter. Another player I want to shout out on the side of the Bungers that Lumalees need to watch out for is Melon. Melon has gotten, I think, both play of the games. No, wait. Foos got it for game 1. Game 2, play of the game. He had a dominant performance on the Cassidy on Numbani.
As well as kind of Foost, actually the entirety of the Bungles are bringing kind of the A game in.
Yeah,
I would say. Which is
especially with that. I didn't get to play the game, but the double kill, the double pulse, Nuttier was instrumental there. What happened was, Foos stuck EJ. No, not EJ. He stuck Dino. And then Nuttier booped him back into Frosty. Anyway, let's see. This is definitely from the Lumalees a unique look. We have not seen this before.
Yeah, we're gonna see Frosty on kind of the comfort pick. With the Honor, we're gonna see the EJ kind of protection. I did see this in a couple of the games. We're going to see Flawless Fall, which he hasn't showed up.
I mean, it is. They are not going to be expecting it. I will say that. Keep positive. They're not expecting it, but you are playing Farah into Zarya Cassidy.
Yeah, we're also going to see kind of the same comp by the Bungles, and they're kind of punking on the high ground as well, with Boost on kind of that counter kind of angle.
Yeah. Anyway, early skirmishes do put the Lumalees in the lead. Yak Nathan does find Foost in the Tracer duel. Meanwhile, Yak is kind of trying to poke down really low. Is found, will go down alone next to the health pack after Firecarter finds him. Great turnaround by the Lumalees to get a nice and taking initiative on this point.
Yeah, we're also gonna see kind of them kind of go back into that corner point. As we're gonna kind of see a lot of cult progress by the Lumalees going in.
Yep, nice catch by Flawless. Flawless caught out Tracer, forced out a recall.
Ooh,
so
and a nice
does not have a recall right now. He might actually have it again. I should keep an eye on it. Okay, he does have a recall again. He's found all of them. Has a pulse. Has a recall. Six finds one, but yeah, does find Frosty. Flawless trades Foos for him. Currently, the Bungers do have a point. But however, Flawless does have this barrage. A nano barrage would shred. Yeah, it probably would shred.
Yeah, so the Bungers have to be very wary at it. Ooh, and we're going to see the nano go in. Ooh, and it does get a wiggle.
The one gets is the recipient of the nano. I don't know how he called that, but I just kind of did.
Backlight all train.
Is currently still, however, Melon does find Frosty. Grab comes out to counter out this primaling Winston. Lots of ults happen. Carter does find Melon, but not before he's traded out, and the Lumalees do unfortunately lose the lead. But not before Nathan finds Foost.
Yep.
Nathan, no health pack, is just kind of hiding and really hoping this works. And gets headshot on his way out. That is a brutal stagger. They're gonna have to wait for him to push forward. Great job on the Bungers, though.
And wait, we're going to see kind of basically Nadia and Fuse are the only one with ult, and we're gonna see that pulse ball kind of mess going in.
Yeah.
Oh, and EJ goes down.
But Flawless does take it out with a nice shot. Is right now I'm gonna say Flawless is feeling the pain of putting Farah into Melon.
Oh damn, Melon with 2!
Melon, because it's not playing into Gazi. It's not like this is Melon. Melon just got a 3K. And he is now finally respecting Melon. It's like, don't play flyers into Melon. It's not gonna work out well for you.
And we're going to get butt scratch right now.
Yeah, butt scratch required. I'm liking the soldier swap, but because I couldn't really think of it. This is currently the Melon show. Melon has been popping off this entire map. Gets a nice stick onto to Firecutter. Carter cannot escape because of that. Yep. He's looking for Nathan. He knows he's behind. Nathan has the ult. He has to make it to the front line.
We have the robot. Time to move.
Oh, that would have been an insane stick if Melon got that.
We're also gonna see Nathan on the thing, and Melon does use High Noon.
Yeah, does get the beat to ult to keep him alive. Great, like zoning ult, keeps everyone away. Frosty does not have an escape tool, and he gets punished immediately. He TPs to right in front. Flawless finds Nutty. Meanwhile, Primal Rage coming out.
Wiggle is really low.
And if gets one, Gygar gets another. Does find Melon. Yak is alone on point, and EJ manages to just finish it off. However, look at that. That is an extra 40 meters and a butt scratch that the Lumalees have to make it through to start this reverse sweep.
As well as kind of the both teams have about 2-3 ults. We're going to see kind of Faisal and the support ults by the Lumalees, and kind of Rush
Tracer moment just happened.
So we might see a grab pulse happening.
The grab comes out. Beat and as well as Visor, Yak will go down because of this. Playing away from the rest of the team. Flawless gets a second. They do. Firecutter finds Melon. Nathan finds Beach's boost. Great team wipe just right before butt scratch. I think what happened there, Yak got a bit too overzealous. He didn't wait for the rest of his team to be in position to capitalize on that grab, and we see what happened.
Yeah,
meanwhile, Carter forcing out, just making a ton of space, dropping Wiggle Higgle.
We're gonna see the rush.
We're gonna see him definitely both bubbles out.
Oh, what the double pulse!
Double pulse! That has to play the game because I need to see that.
Oh, but they do get push advantage.
Yep, great push advantage.
3 minutes of the game.
To the hog, and we have a Venture on the field. I'm liking this, mainly because I like Venture. Venture's awesome.
And we're also gonna see Melon on the Soldier. We're seeing the both support out forces kind
Yeah.
of the pulse and thing.
However, I think you'll find, okay, Beat does save Melon, but Melon, no, I don't think he will. Melon still goes down because of this.
Very good juggle by Fire Corridor. Fantastic. However,
However,
there has been
still
some
pretty
trade.
even
Frosty
trade.
does die.
Carter 105 needs to start, is healing a bit now. Does make it back.
Jack does get the hook.
They're going to lose forward spawn, but they have 2 minutes. They can win this. Ult-wise, no, it's pretty much just pulse.
Ooh, and
When
Fire
again,
Corridor
they
on
find
Melon again.
They understand to beat the Bungers, you have to beat Melon. They have just been diving Melon over and over, and it's been working to pretty good success.
Ooh, Hyper
The
Wiggle
forward
is
spawn
low
is
and
unlocked,
does.
but Wiggle, Flawless finds Wiggle. Venture is away. And currently, however, I think they do it, but no, the beat doesn't come out in time.
Ooh, and
But Melon, oh, that was a self-rocket death, self-damage rocket death. Oh well. And Melon uses ult. Was not expecting that. Which means that they have Toggle, and that's it. Using Venture to stall the point. However, Foos will die for this. You cannot escape Winston. However, Akin during this fight, it's actually Firecard is doing amazing work in the back line. I think he will actually find Melon from this, or somebody. I don't know where Melon went. Nathan found him. Okay, it worked.
It's 30 seconds and and kind of final fight for the Bunger for this map.
Sorry,
The early rush. However, we're gonna see
Yep.
the counter fight.
Counter mode. Ult coming out. Boost does find Frosty, which is big. That's a lot of healing gone. Attack Visor comes out. They find Cruz before Beat can drop. But Melon does find Flawless. Yak finds EJ. This is great work. And Wiggle picks off Fire Carter. It's a great comeback. They are down but not out. They have 20 meters, as well as, the other 100 to get back to that. But point stands. The Bungers can still close a 3-0 here.
And we're gonna see kind of the code go in. They're going to get it to half, and it's closer to kind of that one fight territory as it goes in.
It looks like they decided to make their
We got
stand
the
here.
bomb. I think have put the dive on Wiggle. He's very low.
EJ's found. Wiggle somewhere.
Wiggle does manage to survive, and have a fall. Melon does trade with Melon.
Melon does go down again as soon as he ults. Hooked
It's just Carter on point.
It's done, taken down. They're doing it.
Melon does need to get past because it's going to be a 4v5 kind of next fight if he is unable to get back fast. We're also going to see Rush and kind of Bomb being close, as well as
Yeah, it's going to be onto
being
this
a big
bomb.
factor.
This bomb, they have to manage to someone has to stay on point. Frosty finds Wiggle, fading anti-nade. Their 3 are down. I don't think they got this.
Oh, I have a full
Frosty.
I have
Who
the
gets
bomb
2?
on the
2
thing.
from Foos.
How about the
Bomb, you try to force
it's
everyone off
just the
point.
support, just the DPS.
Just the DPS.
Oh, but Melon with a point.
Melon is flawless. There's been a
Just
C9.
Melon
No,
have
there's
what they
not really a
do.
C9. They just all died. And Lumalees is now 2-1, and a reverse sweep has started.
It would be 1-2. But we're going to see a Melon play of the game. I think this is. Ooh, I'm gonna see
Yeah,
the shot.
that's what I was saying earlier of the do not play flying characters. This is a PSA to the league. Don't play flying characters into Melon. You will not have a good time.
Anyway, so we're still on to that map 5 banger, as we're going to see map 4, well, it would be map 4 banger, as we're going to see what the map pick after this map break. See you then, the fight is still alive. Ooh.
Yep.
If
These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
And we are back. It is Zaften Puff with MuffinLumps. We are in the Lumalees versus the Bungers. Lumalees have just started their reverse sweep. It is 1-2. And with the Bungers picking Shambhala Monastery.
I like this pick because it kind of makes it so the kind of Lumalees are unable to do any sort of dive, or makes dive a lot harder, and kind of plays to kind of the Zarya and kind of that more kind of rush call by the Bongos without a lot of high ground. Um, which is very nice. We're also gonna see kind of simply Dino in for EJ
Definitely, it
for this map.
seems like more of an it's like an alternating, not very map specific. Which is fine. That's what the Aardvarks did with me and the tank position. Well, I mean, for the few matches I played. Other than that, I agree. Oh, and there's also been a side switch. So the Lumalees will be attacking first.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You always attacking first is always pretty good. One thing that I also want to see is the uh how the Bungers will adapt to this map. I know they picked it, so they definitely have a plan.
Yeah.
But they also kind of like playing not so much as like pure dive, but a like divide and conquer kind of like rush down with with Diva or Zarya, where they just want to single people out. And with these this is a very poke favored map, and Firecrowder is known for his Sigma as well. He has a really good Sigma. So this might be a double edged sword.
Yeah, we're going to see. I would actually say this plays to the advantage because we can see that you can have kind of on this first point, you can have Melon and Wiggle being kind of that safe position with kind of the off flank by Foos in kind of the building over here with Yak kind of playing around Pillar, kind of playing which allows them to rush, and then you get Nadio kind of just all over the place. And we're going to see actually Flawless going in with kind of the far again, however this time pocketed by Simply Dino, and we're going to see
The
Firecarder
pharmacy.
returning
Alright.
to that Sigma from the very start, which is
That's
quite
what I was
interesting.
thinking. It was we're gonna see a return to Sigma. Flawless. We're gonna trust him. He's gonna be cooking. He's gonna be going into Melon hit scan again.
This is going to be a bit interesting because the only one who kind of can dive this high ground, well, Flawless can kind of range by it, but it's up to Nathan to really kind of get in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my point of view on Flawless. See what's going on. Okay. Flawless definitely is being effective. He's already brought Wiggle down to like half health. This is one rocket. What I am noticing is he is not being pocketed. Never mind, there it is. Kind of got lost for a bit.
You're gonna see Foos is kind of on the low ground with a Melon on that top ground. He does get the Firecarder does get rock helpful. He doesn't go down. We're gonna see kind of Yak Melon thing, and Wiggle still kind of sitting on the high ground, making sure no one attacks him. However, Melon does go down by Dano Boots.
Which really is going to help enable. Is going to really help enable this rocket, the Farah. Almost finds Nadir. Boost low. Nadir on a sliver. Almost just barely avoids a direct.
Yak on half.
But Yak is stunned low and has no bubbles. I'm gonna say it. They successfully cooked. I apologize for doubting the flawless.
Oh, but the bomb is going to miss, and we're going to see the bait engage, try to go back in.
Pulse goes wide, almost gets Dino. Meanwhile, Boost is trying to find Dino.
We do see Nadio get hit by Flux, however it doesn't do anything. However, Yak does die.
And Melon finds Frosty. That's 2 for 1. And
we're going to see Foos get another.
Yep, great play by Foos to just win the Tracer 1v1.
Yeah, we do see
Barrage doing amazing here.
Barrage up, so that as well as kind of the rush on both sides. However, the high noon is up, so we need to watch out for kind of the barrage, and the rush is used all
up. A is being found.
Oh, and the thing, it would take out the Nadio. However, Flawless does get hit.
Yep, sorry, we keep talking over each other.
Oh yeah, my bad.
With this, and Flawless wallbangs on his way out of spawn. Alright. Meanwhile, looking at the rest of this team, Grab comes out, gets Tracers are traded. Meanwhile, Yak is just kind of keeping everyone alive here. Rush from the Bungers comes out. Pretty much phasing. Great disengage as not leaving anyone else. From the side of the Lumalees.
We're going to see kind of only the high noon in this kind of minute kind of corner fight. With Firecarder going in, they're going to pop it. Melon's going to pop it as well as Firecarder. And we're going to see kind of, it's either bomb or beat is kind of the two odds. So if Nathan can get the bomb on thing, have a Flawless with the only pick on thing, as well as Firecarder on
double pick. Off of that, we got Carter brought pretty low, but is being healed back up. That was Melon. Melon's on point still. He's still fighting, but he's taking some serious damage from this rocket. Yak finds Flawless. Yak, that's a double kill from Yak. This might be a triple? No. This is almost to his third pulse.
And we're going to see again that grab be able to pick. However, Nathan on the pick on thing. However, it's kind of
manages to
last.
touch.
Oh,
Jump
fire
for
cutter.
it. Good rocket. You
Flawless
lose.
nice. However, the res onto a fire cutter.
Kill.
However, there is bubble.
Supports and tanker are all that's left for the Lumalees. Boost left low. Gate comes out. This might be enough. Just from zoning.
Russ is
Counter
countered.
comes out. Boost almost finds Simply Dino.
Russ.
Low support's down and a C9. Well, not really C9. Firecutter kept away from the card. I want to just call out. Boost had 3.5 pulses in that round. In this round. That is really fast.
Initiating match.
Yeah. It's up to kind of this. It's about this kind of force point. Is all between kind of the win for the Bungers and kind of the loss of the kind of season of the Lumalees going into this kind of map.
Yep.
So Novs are probably high for both. And we're going to see Melon on the Torb. I don't think that's true, but if it is true, hell yeah. And we're gonna see kind of the
Boost on the Widow.
Ooh, we're also gonna see the exact same kind of comp.
Which I think is actually, I don't know if they've read the first swap, but Fire definitely goes better into Widow than Cast. He doesn't really go. Fire doesn't really go well into like any hit scan, but definitely one that doesn't move as much.
5, 4,
So all these going to be the kind of picks. And they're not swapping. This is a cool 2 picks. Ooh, and as we're gonna see a big switch up.
Okay. Yep, and onto the Tracer just for see if he can get the secure shot. And it would have worked too, except that the rest of the team was holding incredibly far back. Boost does not see Nathan. Is forced to get out of there. Just gets jumped.
I'm kind of seeing.
Firecutter already at half. He is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's kind of the Torb's gonna do a lot more damage than kind of. Well, Cassidy's also really good, but Torb is also really good for that early kind of poke. And we're gonna see them kind of just play on code, not really worry about the like high ground. No one's touching the like the kind of thing. It's just walking away with the point.
It's not that they are ignoring it; they are trapped on the high ground.
Oh, have a
Carter
Melon does
finally
that.
finds Melon. But Boost trades out Nathan for it. Boost now trying to secure Frosty, but Frosty manages to get away, or he's tuning away.
Apple they're staying on kind of this thing. They're not giving up any ground. It's just
Boost
the 3.
already is at pulse. He's just been a menace in the back line. Left at 1 health. Hey, he was actually at 1 health. I'm on him. From that attempted kill from Nathan. If Nathan melee, he would have been dead.
And kind of the Bungos are still just kind of walking on this point. They're finally gonna leave because Yak's dead. But they got a lot of cold progress.
Well. I agree. Definitely was, I mean, although the core was amazing, it was also one of those things where it's like, definitely like,
a Cassidy could be nicer.
yeah, a Cassidy would be nice in this situation. They have no way to really deal with this far at the moment.
We're also gonna see both teams just pack full of ults. Simply Dino with the only ult kind of being used last fight. Oh, and we're gonna see. Oh, Yak died to
Flaw is actually, he has achieved what all Fars wish, to ult and not immediately die.
Flawless with
get
2.
A double kill with it too.
This kind of thing. As we're going to be only 1 ult used for that fight by the Lumalees, so that's really nice.
Yeah, they are doing an amazing hold. 1 minute 20 into a full 5 ults. That is you know what time it is for MuffinLumps?
We're
It's
gonna
Fiesta
see.
time.
So we're gonna play Q. We're going to see multi-Colby used to counter the rush. As we're gonna see them kind of back up, we're gonna see the
But then you
thing,
guys are
and the
get
firepower is blocked off of the
And then the
primal
turret
counter. We got
Yak is
flawless,
flawless.
that's flawless. As the
Carter
card
is
starts to
somewhere.
move
The
forward,
ult, the res does go off,
and we're gonna see the rush go in.
but I don't think it's gonna matter much. Yak is at 50 charge. He's mowing him down at
Oh,
half
it
charge.
might be a C9.
Almost a C9.
We
Carter
got
just does
firepower
not
back
have
on
the
point
health,
with
and
the
that is a
beat, trying to
full
keep Yak and
5-person
everyone
beat.
alive. Ooh, Melon
finds
gets a
Carter.
thing.
However, the Valk is keeping everyone alive. Flawless trades in Melon. Nathan finds Nuttier. Yak, does find Frosty, who's gonna put a chunk and dent in the healing. But Flawless gets another thing. 10 seconds. I don't think they're gonna be able to pull this.
Ooh.
Just the amazing heals. As well as just not having an answer for Farah.
They will be able to touch as Nadia is going to try to touch again.
Fireguarder just runs down Nate Mellon in the
Have a Fireguarder with 2. Flawless 1. And it's going to be on map 5.
Where that we don't is not just a it's a series.
Map 5 is
Sorry, my throat is getting a bit sore. But yes, great job.
Play of the game.
Let's go. Winston played the game. This is what I was talking about. Just ran him down. So this is that's 1 kill. That's 2 kill. Where's kill number 3? Kill number 3. So you have to triple at the end of the map.
Gonna see this kind of last round.
Yep.
So we're gonna check what kind of the bungles pick as we'll get to the last kind of
Map 5. Loser goes
map
home.
5. Yeah. Find out. And we're going to call a map break. So see you soon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Shopify Point of Sale is retail made right, so you can give in-store shoppers what they really want.
Like buy online, pick up in store?
Yep.
Can I display in-store stock? List you have needs.
After you work out,
Hello.
Oh, sorry, you got it.
And welcome back to the last final map of this 5-map banger. We got New Junk City. The good old point of points, the good old place of the Jungle Queen. And we got the Bungles picking it. We're also gonna see EJ swap with Simply Dino. And so we're going to maybe see some comp changes in kind of the Lumalees.
Yep, I think we're gonna see a lot more Lucio. I played with EJ before. He's a great Lucio. Definitely Yak for this. I'm thinking he's gonna be on Diva. By the way, this is map 5. Reverse sweep has been commenced by the Lumalees. And given that this is our first round of the playoffs, loser goes home.
Yeah.
So,
Ready for battle.
and
High
I was
stakes.
wrong on all. Well, not all accounts. EJ
So-
on Lucio.
So we're gonna see actually a rush comp going out.
I like it.
For the very interesting, a change in the lineup, you know. Hit
Yeah,
him with the
go-
surprise
oh.
attack.
I always love a good rush.
Yeah,
I
we
miss
got,
Ride Rush Muffin. I missed it a lot.
you get Ram alt Ram rush, so that's something. Anyway, we're gonna see them roll out on both teams getting 2 points. We're gonna see the Bunkers getting to the middle first. However, there will be a backup due to kind of the more heavy rush by the Lumalees happening.
Yeah, Yak, door stuck on Yak. Food finds EJ, but Nathan finds Melon. Nathan gets a double kill. Nathan with a triple? Let's go. And that's a team kill. Nope, never mind. Who's still alive? Fish is dead now. There we go. I knew it was a team kill somewhere. But yes. Foos.
And we're
Now
going to
swapping over to the Venture. Definitely helps against this beefier comp. When you're up against this kind of like, this composition with all the front loaded damage, Tracer just kind of ceases to exist really quickly. Anyway, the wall gets Yak stuck. I think he makes it out. In fact, they punished Flawless for just Leroying in. Flawless is low, Frosty's low, and they do find Frosty. They say big.
Oh, how about the thing? How about
Nathan just eats it. Poor Nathan.
yeah? The ult doesn't get anyone, as we're gonna see
Yeah.
a flip by the point. We're seeing both teams go close to most ult. We got the High Noon right now up, and we're going to see both support ults out heavy. Because Nathan used
Can you
Death Blossom. We're gonna
bubble
see one
Venture
nice
when he's underground?
I
Okay,
don't
no,
believe so.
okay. Oh,
We're going to
big
see
grab,
a
that's a
Batman
grab.
grab with a
Double
double
leading into a
huffle.
double.
3 ults
Great,
have been
amazing
used.
thing. Flawless
Ooh.
was not moving for a second. He did not realize he was alive. And that was just amazing play. Only triple ults, but beautiful, beautiful grab.
And watch was used last fight, so it's gonna be 2 to 3 ults going in. Both beats.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think this is going to be on Flawless. Flawless is Blizzard has to be amazing.
But Yak is
Or
out.
never mind. Tanks are traded. Squishies only. Go in, Leroy it.
And
Beat
is
is
using how to-
exchanged so that people can actually go in and do stuff.
How about thing? How about Frosty dies? Melon.
Yeah. Flawless gets a great, great Blizzard gets one. Foos just wrecks them. Foos gets 2. Is just the Reaper on the point. And Foos gets a 3. He gets a triple kill to lock down the first point.
Yeah, and then the second point is going to be right over. Oh, one
Here,
sec.
it's here. It's this one. Carter finds Foos.
Thank you.
That is not a good thing to happen when you're trying to pull. So sorry, pull. I've been playing way too many MMOs.
And they're going to kind of get back to thing to pick up Foos to dive. Yak just taking that point to get charged.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be full fly.
Meanwhile, they aren't. No one's on the point. The wall comes in. They manage to break it. They manage to. Nathan gets one. Gets saved by Melon. Firecar decides he wants blood. Does get Yak. Nutty Year finishes him off. Nutty Year with a double kill. And there is no point cap. They forgone. They forgot capping the point, and that's come back to bite them.
And that's gonna be a stagger on flawless by Foos.
Yeah, and because they didn't get a point, that's 0%. They probably would have been at least 30 or 40 if they actually sent one person back to capture the point.
Also, with the 2 ults, the ult economy is looking really good for the Bungos going into kind of this second point. We're seeing the early high noon goer.
Yeah, just a zone. And
Nathan gets 2.
Nathan gets 2. Nathan, do you see Firecarter gets 3? EJ gets 1. Nathan gets a 3rd.
Yes, we're going point.
Power of putting Nathan with a 4K. That's what happens when you put a Reaper in a Kitsune rush. However, still about 77% on the board for the Bungers.
The ult is looking kind of more even now. With kind of Blizzard being thing, they're going to hide kind of on that corner point. At least Nathan is.
I really wanted to see a different angle of approach from the.
We're actually gonna see it. Foos is with the off angle, and he gets the only kill on EJ.
To see, great job, Foos.
We're gonna see that Blizzard is going to go.
Blizzard just goes a bit wide. Yak is a double kill, and that's just the reason they did not see Foos coming at all.
Really good Foos flank.
Yep. And that's exactly what I wanted to see. Not the death ball, but a good flank from either Melon or Foos to just get some picks. And this allows a really aggressive forward hold.
Yeah, that's gonna be second point for Bungos. We're also gonna see Flawless reach to the top.
Yep, and we're now 2 up in this map.
Yeah, and we're going to
oh, I see you're doing it. If Lumalees fail to take this point, it's over.
Yeah. It's a final kind of point for the Lumalees.
Wait, we'll say this point definitely appeals to the Lumalees comp a lot better.
Oh, we're gonna see
and
the
big version grab. EJ, oh no, EJ Ajax.
Yeah. We're going to see Melon does die. We're going to see the thing point hasn't even unlocked yet.
Foos finds flawless. They're getting points. They're getting capped. No, they're not.
Everyone's low. Nathan still invested with the double.
None of your boots, Nathan, into Wiggle Higgle. Both supports are down.
They do get the 4th point. Over here. And also.
And Foos Ajaxes.
Oh my!
Is Ajax just Lucio, or is it like everybody?
That would just be like lost out. But because like Lucio's ult kind of just like doesn't go off.
Yeah.
So we're going to actually see a Kitsune rush
great
use
job with the door turret, alerting them of Foos' presence.
As we're gonna see an overall kind of angle change going down.
They want to go in this way, take out the turret, just so that it's because otherwise, just remove free damage.
Yeah.
Foos gets found, almost chunks to nothing.
We're gonna see
Melon he almost has a view. I think he's gonna get okay. Yep, he does hit Fire Carter. Carter's brought to almost nothing. Another also headshot to Nathan. Most of the Lumalees are pretty low.
How about Foos is in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, and
Foos
Nathan is as well.
Foos is
And
still
Melon just
surviving.
finds EJ. Foos finds
also
Frosty.
gets
That's all
Frosty.
the supports that they have to back up. They have to
How-
fully reset.
Foos survives with probably some yak bubbles. That was crazy. It was inside the enemy team.
I was on Melon's point of view,
Um,
so I missed it.
anyway, so we're gonna see, Wiggle, has kind of the Kasune, and we're gonna see,
And
like,
I
everyone,
think
we're gonna
opening
see a lot of ults be used this final fight.
Brett
We're gonna
comes
see a
out.
good
We managed to get out the Molten Core before everything bad, before it all happens. But not before 2K from Foos. Foos on 30 health.
I don't think it's up to
No one can
Frosty
touch.
or Nathan to
It's
touch.
Jover.
Nathan
Muffin.
does touch, but it's not going to. It's going to be really rough.
Yeah, that's
And EJ does
another
die.
touch.
It's just Frosty and Thing. Firecarder manages to get a point. King is rushing. It's up to Firecarder and Flawless was the world. Have a Yak gets 2 on the Thing.
And it's
And Nadia
Jover.
finishes it off for the third map win, and the Bungos move on. So, ooh, this is going to be hard for MVP. And we're going to see another Melon play of the game.
Yep. Thinking
Ooh.
of the player of the game, I think I have a good idea of who it's going to be. I think you know it as well. Give me a sec. I'll just like type it to you so I don't have to like say it.
Yeah, I got a few actually, but I could yeah. So I know who you're going to pick.
Yeah, my play because are we doing
okay.
interview?
So actually, I think someone I actually have a different opinion.
Oh, you have a different opinion.
Yeah, so all the I would say Yak, Foos, and Melon played really well, but Foos with the double pulse bombs over and over again did fantastic. I personally think Foos did like really well that game.
I agree that Foos did amazing, but I have to argue and say that was the Melon show, the entire series. Like, don't get me wrong, Foos was amazing on that tracer, but no matter okay, except for the Torb, whatever Melon picked up, he was doing amazing work with. He did multiple triples and multiple triples, couple quads. I don't think he got an ace. And also definitely Yak. Great job on the Diva, especially Diva on Nirvani. That was very dominant tank performance. And that's what the question is: who do we bring in for the interview?
I think Foos, because of the amount of just like they were just on it the entire time. There was just lock in after lock in, just like they at least got to pick every fight, and just being able to work so solo, basically with a few kind of help to bring that much value is really good for the team. Just be able to have someone to get a pick every other fight. I would give it to Foos for that reason.
All right, let's do it. Our player of the match is Foos, and we'll be bringing him in for an interview.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I'm in the wrong Discord. That is why everything looks different. Oh, who the hell pinged me? Can we, if Prod could get... All right, thank you. Thank you, Drew.
Yeah, we're just waiting for a
Can we
second.
just, like, whisper Foos?
Yeah, he's just in there. Ah,
He's gone.
hello.
Hi, Foos.
Hello?
Foos, you are a player of the match.
No
You
way.
the first kind of playoffs MVP. How does it feel? Well, how does it feel? Did you have a fun game?
Yeah, I'd say it was a pretty good game. I don't know. Got to play Tracer a lot. Favorite character. I don't know. Venture's fun. Been playing them a lot.
Venture
Oh.
is very fun.
Speaking of Venture, how did you survive that one time where you were basically in the enemy team for that kind of third point? That was nuts, man.
I don't remember what you're talking about, to be honest. Like what
It was
spot it was.
it was on
Oh.
New Junk City, final
Yeah.
point. It was right after you guys took first point, around 30 percentage. You were an enemy team. Somehow you got bubbled from middle of nowhere.
Oh, where
And
I'm like escaping underneath the whole
Yeah,
point.
that
and
was
shit.
crazy.
I don't know. I just kind of ran around.
Venture
Straight up.
moment. Just a
Also-
venture
Yeah, pretty
moment.
much.
Speaking of other things, you got a lot of picks before like the fight started. That was fantastic. Because you're mostly kind of the solo aspect, and you go on like quite a bit of flanks. How does the overall like play style of kind of just being kind of way off, kind of away from your team most of the time, kind of work, and how does like your team help you doing that?
So I feel like the main point with like how I play Tracer and Venture to an extent is kind of just like forcing cooldowns and making people look at me while my team pushes in as 4. Just because it means. What's up?
So never mind. You were talking. I was thinking
Oh.
out loud. I have a bad habit of doing that.
I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of like how the characters are designed to be played, so I don't think it's too hard to make it work. Or like, I don't know.
So
I mean,
I
it
guess
might just be a skill
what I was
difference.
thinking of
too.
was the in TF2 competitive, there is a role called the roamer, which is kind of what you do, which is you go around, you go force out cooldowns, force everyone's attention off of the main threat there. Well, not that you aren't a threat. You did some really serious work, especially like the double pulse on your Bonnie, a lot of double pulses.
So,
Anyway, for that double pulse on Numbani, that was you pulse one support. Was it? Did EJ not? Did none of your boop? Was it like a boop thing, or?
You're saying on the second point? I don't
Yeah, on the
remember.
second.
I think I just like pulsed cast, no, and then they're
Yeah,
just all
and then-
grouped. They're just like ended up being super grouped there, and they just didn't have anything they could do about it.
Okay.
speaking of some really important things, what's your favorite type of pizza? Now we're hitting with the large questions.
Now for the
Real.
serious questions.
Clearly. I don't know. I like a good like multi meat pizza.
Yo,
Probably.
How much meat is too much meat on a pizza?
I don't know. I stick to like a little sausage pepperoni.
yo,
I don't know. I'll eat a lot of different kinds. But I have my preferences.
And of course, to end off our interview, El Clasico. If there was someone else on your team that would have, gotten MVP for the match, who would you choose and why?
I think it'd be one of my 2 supports, probably. I don't know who between them, but they both had. Nutter had really good callouts throughout the whole match, and then Wiggle would just find magic picks for fun on Kiri a lot.
We saw the magic picks, but
Yeah.
definitely Nutter's calls, because we don't get that on the desk or
For sure.
down in the bunkers here. So, yeah, great. I think, unless MuffinLumps, do you have any other questions?
are you excited for your upcoming match? And who do you think out of kind of the 2 teams in your bracket, the Magic Tiles or the Rats is going to go to quarterfinals? This is pretty good. It's gonna be gonna meet you in quarterfinals, you think?
I can definitely smell the Magic Tigers coming for us for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that coming.
You can see the Tigers.
I can see the Tigers coming to fuck with us. I think we
Oh,
win
man.
though, probably, maybe.
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
were.
I don't actually remember playing them in like regular season though, to be honest. I don't know when we played them or if we even did. I'm sure we did, but
I feel that from prior seasons where it's like, we played that team. Yeah, I guess we had to.
Anyway.
And
yeah.
after like 10 games, it all just kind of blend together, whether we want it to or not. Anyway, this is great talking to you.
You did fantastic, so good. That was some nasty trace. And
Thank
like
you, thank you.
everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah. I think
Yeah.
we're going to call it. Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
So from Death to Aurora Esports, this has been Zaften Puff.
And this has been MuffinLumps. And thank you for a beautiful producer, a Ninja Drew. That has been the first playoff match. Stay tuned for the next playoff matches and bowl games. Yeah.